Isn't it fascinating how every year on February 13th, a quiet wave of panic sweeps across millions of people? Suddenly, phones light up, restaurant apps crash, and grown adults spiral into a romantic emergency because tomorrow is Valentine's Day, and this isn't just a casual, "oh no, I forgot the flowers" moment. For many, it feels like a full-blown existential crisis, as if forgetting to book a table at that fancy French restaurant means the entire relationship is about to combust. But here's the part we rarely talk about. The couples in the healthiest, longest-lasting relationships usually aren't the ones losing sleep over Valentine's Day before. You label this as anti-romance. Let's be clear. Romance isn't the problem. Grand gestures aren't evil. The real issue is what happens psychologically when we compress an entire year's worth of love into one high-pressure performance. In psychology, there's a concept called relationship maintenance. Researchers like John Gottman and Robert Levenson spent decades studying couples, and what they found was surprisingly simple. The couples who stayed together weren't the ones relying on dramatic declarations or expensive surprises. They were the ones who consistently showed up in small ways. Gottman called these bids for connection. Tiny moments where one partner reaches out and the other responds. Making coffee the way they like it, listening to the same work story for the third time, noticing when something feels off and asking about it. It's not glamorous. It's daily. Now think about what happens when most of that emotional energy gets saved for one specific date. It's like going to the gym once a year and expecting lifelong fitness. Relationships don't work that way. When romance becomes prescribed, when it feels like something you have to do because society says so, it often loses authenticity. Your brain can tell the difference between "I want to do this" and "I'm supposed to do this." Obligation quietly drains meaning. There's also something called symbolic self-completion theory. When we feel insecure about being a good partner, we compensate with big symbolic gestures. The bigger the gift, the less we have to examine the daily reality. The performance of love becomes more important than love itself. And then there's social comparison. Leon Festinger described this decades ago, but social media has supercharged it. On Valentine's Day, you're not just measuring your relationship against your own expectations. You're measuring it against highlight reels, candlelit dinners, surprise trips, perfect captions. Meanwhile, no one is posting about their quiet Tuesday nights, which is where real intimacy actually lives. Research on self-expansion theory shows that couples grow closer through shared novelty. But novelty doesn't require extravagance. It can be cooking a new recipe together, taking a different walking route, or trying something unfamiliar. What matters is shared experience, not spectacle. For sin,